and fly local with confidence. Book your flight today at sawyerairport.com.
Hi, I'm Jim Koski, and join me Mondays for Life in the 906.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, police in Sault Ste. Marie discover the remains of what is believed to be a missing person in the area. Plus, Upper Peninsula lawmakers continue to search for solutions when it comes to rural health care, with the issue of distance continuing to be a factor. And funding for border security hits a major roadblock. Republicans are clashing over a nearly $2 billion Justice Department fund. Your 19 News at 6 starts now.
Live from the UP, this is WZMQ 19 News at 6.
We start tonight breaking news out of Chippewa County, where police have located human remains deep in the woods. Last fall, the Sault Ste. Marie Police Department received a delayed missing persons complaint. Police launched a search with the Chippewa County Sheriff's Office and found a vehicle off of a 2-track road. They determined that the person had likely been missing for about a month. Police immediately began search efforts, but winter snow eventually made the location inaccessible. After planning a spring search in the months since, officials launched a second effort last week. On Monday, they discovered crucial evidence in the woods, and on Tuesday, they found human remains. Police are now waiting for forensic confirmation of the victim's identity. WZMQ 19 will, of course, continue to follow this story as more information is released. This week is EMS Appreciation Week, and Upper Peninsula lawmakers are highlighting the unique challenges first responders face in rural communities. Representative Dave Preston says emergency medical services in the Upper Peninsula are facing growing pressures. Preston, who is still a licensed paramedic, says many UP communities are far from trauma centers or even hospitals. He says that distance can make a critical difference in medical emergencies.
When you're talking about transport times that are 45 minutes, like where I live, you're talking about a half hour to 45 minutes in the winter, over an hour to get to the hospital. That's a lot of time is the difference between life and death.
Preston says he's working on legislation aimed at giving rural EMS agencies more flexibility in how they staff and operate ambulances to relieve some pressure. Senate Republicans will not proceed on a bill to fund ICE and Border Patrol over concerns of the Justice Department's so-called anti-weaponization fund. The DOJ created this nearly $1.8 billion fund to compensate people who believe they were unfairly targeted by the feds. But the fund is getting sharp criticism and concerns from Democrats and a handful of Republicans. We're told some Republicans questioned the acting attorney general in a closed-door meeting on Capitol Hill this afternoon over guardrails of this fund and how it would be used. Senate Republicans and the president were hoping to finalize the $70 billion ICE and Border Patrol reconciliation bill before Congress recessed all of next week, but now that vote has been postponed. Democrats are criticizing Republicans, calling them disorganized and dysfunctional.
Republicans are divided over things that Americans don't want, but Democrats are united around things that the people do want. For us to lower their costs, rein in the chaos, fight the corruption that is endemic to this administration.
The Senate could still take up this reconciliation measure when they return from their break in June, but they'll likely be in the same position as they are in today. Advocates are calling it a victory for millions of older Americans who rely on Medicare to cover prescriptions. The Supreme Court handed a big win to Medicare's drug price negotiation program earlier this week after several major drug companies tried to block the cuts. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon spoke with advocates who say the court's decision to shoot down the case keeps life-changing savings on track.
For many seniors, the cost of prescription drugs can feel just as painful as the illness itself. But now a major Supreme Court move is keeping Medicare negotiated price cuts alive. The High Court declined to hear challenges from drug makers, including AstraZeneca and Janssen, companies that argued the government's negotiation process violated the Fifth Amendment's Due Process Clause, alleging a constitutional right to sell patented drugs to beneficiaries at market rates.
Drug companies are not typically fans of efforts to reduce their prices, and so they responded with a lot of different lawsuits.
Lee Purvis with AARP says the decision protects a program millions of older Americans are counting on.
So what that means effectively is that Medicare drug price negotiation is going to continue, which is really important because it's providing a lot of savings for seniors.
The negotiation program was created through the 2022 Inflation Reduction Act and began officially lowering prices earlier this year.
Those first negotiated prices became available in 2026, but we're going to see additional drugs with negotiated prices every single year going forward.
Purvis says those lowered prices are already making a difference at the pharmacy counter.
On average, the cost sharing, so what people are paying at the pharmacy, is reduced by about an average of 50% for those drugs that are being negotiated.
The number of negotiated drugs is expected to grow every year, along with new protections like Medicare's out-of-pocket spending cap, which could spare seniors from impossible financial choices.
And unfortunately, we know a lot of people have been making tough choices between those drugs and other things they need, like their food or their rent. And we don't think anyone should have to make those types of decisions.
Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
Coming up after the break in this week's Medical Minute, we're talking to another doctor about sarcoma. We'll be right back.
Update your home with new GE appliances from Kirkish Furniture and Houghton. GE appliances are built to last, have print-resistant finishes, and offer high performance with energy efficiency. Kirkish has a large selection for both kitchen and laundry, free delivery, and 0% financing.
Are you ready?
This Memorial Day,
the American Music Awards!
Come together for the music you love. One stage, one night, millions watching. With electric performances. And every winner decided by you, the fans. Who will win the night?
And the award goes to...
Queen Latifah hosts the American Music Awards live. CBS Memorial Day Monday and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Did you know most of what you throw away can be recycled? At Recycle 906, we accept more than just cardboard and jugs. We take plastics, metals, paper, and more. Recycle smarter, bring it to us. See what we accept at recycle906.com.
It's super, it's science, it's fiction.
What is it?
It's Super Sci-Fi Saturday night on MeTV. After Sven gets swept away in adventures beyond our world, promising spaceships, lasers, giants, other worlds, and robots.
I will do my part.
Super Sci-Fi Saturday night.
Saturday nights on MeTV 19.1. Tonight's weather is brought to you by Shunk Furniture.
It's Shunk's Big Spring Savings Event. One stop and 2 stores to shop. For spring, we have a large selection of sofa sleepers available in twin, full, and queen size. And now a bigger selection of Amish dining room and bedroom in stock or custom order. During our Big Spring Savings Event, there's big markdowns on hundreds of clearance items, Flex Steel leather groups like this, and premium Flex Steel recliners at huge discounts. Mr. Mattress here, it's our Big Spring Savings Event. There's huge discounts on certain mattresses. Shop Shunks and Marquette today.
Welcome back, everyone. In this week's Medical Minute, in our continuing partnership with OSF Healthcare, we're finding out more about sarcoma and the treatments for it. Take a listen. Dr. Jesłowski, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me.
We're talking about sarcoma. So what is sarcoma and how do they develop?
Sarcoma is a very rare type of tumor. It only composes about 1% of all cancers of adults. It's a little bit more common in children, accounting for about 15% of their cancers. It's a cancer, it's not one type of cancer. There's actually 80 different types of sarcomas. They can arise from what's called the soft tissue. These are like the fat in our body, the muscle in our body, the bones of our body is where the sarcomas arise. And depending on where it's arising, like if it's coming from bone, it's called osteosarcoma. If it's coming from fat, it's called liposarcoma. If it's coming from muscle tissue, like sometimes in the uterus, we call it a leiomyosarcoma. So it's a very variety type of tumor that we see.
Got it. And what are some signs and symptoms to look out for?
It all depends on where it's starting. If it's starting somewhere in the belly, it would be bloating. If it starts in the uterus, there could be abnormal bleeding. If it starts in bone, it could be pain, feeling like a fracture almost.
Understood. And what are some ways that we can reduce our risk?
Good question. I mean, there's so many different varieties. We still don't know. I mean, some of the risk factors are, being exposed to radiation. We try to limit the amount of radiation we expose our patients to. There is some chemicals, some hazardous chemicals that we just try to avoid in the environment, like dioxin. It's been reported with vinyl chloride. There is a report in the Japanese literature that smoking may have a higher risk for people developing liposarcoma. So definitely trying to avoid smoking in our life.
All right, doctor, those are all my questions. Thanks so much for hopping on with us today.
Oh, no problem.
Coming up next on your 19 News, big ideas are brewing in Houghton. Experts from around the country are gathering to tackle sustainable tourism at Michigan Tech. We'll have the details after this.
As governor, I'll absolutely require voter ID. We'll clean up the murky voter rolls and save Michigan's elections. I'm no politician. I'm Perry Johnson. But shouldn't even the career politicians have made this change by now?
It's the cast of Imperfect Women on J.
Do you get the other ladies into TikTok at all?
I try. I do. I get scared every time. Every time we do a TikTok, I ask if I'm trending.
And this little book lover gets a surprise.
Come on out here, Michael!
From the host of Reading Rainbow.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 4 on WZMQ CBS. Followed by The Kelly Clarkson Show at 5 and 19 News at 6.
Tony's Green Thumb in Bark River is open for business. Tony's is your one-stop shop for all your garden and flower needs. Known for a huge variety of big, beautiful baskets, gorgeous planters, and over 600 varieties of vegetables and flowers to choose from. Open daily, come see why people travel over 100 miles to Tony's Green Thumb. Tony's Green Thumb, where beautiful gardens begin.
Sundays on MeTV.
On Sunday.
Like on TV?
It's Aaron Spelling Sundays.
On Sunday.
Featuring 4 memorable shows from the legendary Hollywood producer.
That's Sunday on television.
It's Charlie's Angels.
The Bosley people.
Hello.
Heart to Heart.
We can have a heart-to-heart talk.
Fantasy Island.
That's one fantasy I've never considered.
And The Love Boat.
Like on a boat? Yes, like on a boat.
Aaron Spelling Sundays.
Sundays on MeTV 19.1.
As governor, I'll be incredibly supportive of ICE coming here and removing these fraudsters. My mega audit will identify every penny of these wasted benefits and eliminate them, giving the savings back to you.
You're watching WZMQ 19 News, live and local with Kevin Hodge.
Welcome back, everyone. Visit Keweenaw Regional Partners are in Houghton area this weekend to discuss the enhancement of destination stewardship around the state. The inaugural Michigan Sustainable Tourism Summit welcomes around 20 organizations like Leave No Trace, the MSU Extension Program, and representatives from New Mexico to Michigan Tech's campus. The conference focuses on how these organizations manage under tight resources and protect their environments while receiving high foot traffic in their areas. Visit Keweenaw says its feedback has brought a promising look for the future of this event.
We're having partners reach out from across the region saying, you know what, next time we want to be involved. So that gives us a sense that there's a demand for this type of information, this type of networking, and there's only bigger and better things to come.
The summit also includes mining and biking tours into the weekend. The Superior Health Foundation held their second annual Power Up Conference today at NMU. Power Up 2026 allowed health-related nonprofits to come together to collaborate, share ideas, and solve problems all in one place. Today's conference also included the presentation of the Superior Impact Award, which goes to an organization shown to make a difference in their community. This year's recipient was the Gogebic Community College EMS Education Program. The Superior Health Foundation works to help nonprofits operate more efficiently and guide them through the grant process.
We hope the attendees today leave with a sense of connection with the people around them who are doing similar work, someone who they can call and say, I'm having this issue, have you been through this before? We hope that they leave with, an increased knowledge in some different areas of running their organization.
Through this award,
This year's award money will be used to hire more instructors for the EMS program. First, we had the protein craze. Now add fiber. A trend called fiber maxing is going viral, encouraging people to eat more fiber. Social media influencers are pushing people to maximize their daily fiber intake by eating gut-boosting foods like fruits and legumes. Food and beverage companies are also offering more fiber-enhanced products to try and keep up. But rather than maxing out, many nutritionists say balance is key.
Generally, you're going to be a little too full before you overdo it, but you absolutely can. And in severe cases, there could even be a blockage. And in not so severe cases, for some people, they'll have GI distress like gas or bloating. So again, you want to make sure you add slow, so go slow and stay hydrated.
The recommended daily intake of fiber is between 25 and 38 grams per day for adults. If you're trying to eat more fiber, health experts advise gradually increasing your intake by a few grams a week. Mike Ludlam has your sports headlines when we come back. 2 state championships, Coach of the Year honors, and a record-breaking season. We'll tell you why the Ishpeming girls basketball coach is resigning after this.
I'm Tony DeCoppel. Ahead on the CBS Evening News, Eli Lilly is touting what they're calling a next-generation weight loss drug. Patients in a study lost more than 70 pounds at the highest dose. Our Dr. John LaPook, chief medical correspondent, will be by to talk about what this drug is doing and, more importantly, what it's not. Also, ahead of Memorial Day at the back of the show tonight, we're talking about Taps, that 24-note piece of music played at the funeral for every veteran, or nearly so, and the shortage of buglers to go around, an organization trying to fix that. Those stories and more ahead on the CBS Evening News.
CBS Tonight, it's season finale night on Georgie and Mandy with 2 new back-to-back episodes.
You gotta see this.
See what? Want to see? You'll just have to watch.
What the heck?
New Georgie and Mandy, CBS Tonight at 8/7 Central.
Open up. This is the police.
Oh, hey, you.
Patty LaPone.
Are you for real?
And Michael Urie guest star.
How fantastic is that?
Pretty fantastic.
On the season finale of Elsbeth. CBS Tonight at its regular time, 10/9 Central.
Planning a getaway? Fly local and explore more with Marquette Sawyer Regional Airport. Enjoy convenient flights on American, Delta, and United. Skip the long drive and book your next trip today at sawyerairport.com.
Closed captioning sponsored by Range Bank of Upper Michigan.
What did you do?
What did you do?
What did you do?
BTV wants to know.
What did you do?
What did you do?
What did you do? What did you do?
Yeah, what did you do?
What did you do?
What did I do?
What did you do?
BTV knows what you could do.
All right, so what could we do? Together.
Watch Everybody Loves Raymond. What did you do?
What did you do?
What did you do?
Yeah.
Weeknights on MeTV 19.1.
I'm Rachel Knapp. Watch my reports live from Washington, only on 19 News.
Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Andersen brand products are #1 in quality, and the Window Store is your local Andersen expert for installation and service of all Andersen windows and doors, from showroom to your home. Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store. Andersen is the #1 trusted window and door brand. The Window Store is the Upper Peninsula's clear choice for windows and doors. Now that's a perfect fit. From showroom to your home, Andersen Windows and Doors at the Window Store.
Good evening, everyone. After 2 state championships in the past 3 seasons, Ishpeming girls basketball coach Ryan Riegel has announced he's stepping down from that part of his job. Riegel won Division IV titles with the Hematites last March and in March of 2024. Both seasons, he was the Upper Peninsula Division IV Coach of the Year. Riegel also was the overall Coach of the Year this season by the Basketball Coaches Association of Michigan and the Michigan Sports Writers Division IV Coach of the Year. His 2024 team had a record of 28-1. This year's squad was 25-3. Riegel has been coaching for 9 seasons with the Ishpeming girls. He says he wants to spend more time with his wife and 3 daughters. The oldest daughter is completing her freshman year at Negaunee High School. Well, by golly, it was actually a good day for golf today, and the Great Northern Conference meet has been taking place at the Heritage Course in Marquette. We'll start with the girls on the 8th hole. Camry Scott of Escanaba with her 3rd shot, and this one would check in pretty nicely. Next is Delaney Rhodes of Marquette. She has a long distance putt and puts that one, I think we can say it's within a foot of the hole. And the next group, Hayden Shetter of Marquette is looking uphill at this chip shot, and she gets that one pretty darn close. Yes, she's wearing Grand Valley State clothing. That's where she'll go to school next fall as a student. Escanaba's Lily Van Damey is next, and she rolls this putt about 6 inches or so from the hole. For Kingsford, Madeline Zuski is next, and she's going to hit this one downhill. Curves just a little bit, but certainly in position to tap it in from there. Now let's take a look at the boys. We caught up with them on hole number 2. That's a par 4. And Carson Delaney of Gladstone, with the chip that gave him a good shot to make par. Bowden Moore of Marquette has a longer putt, and it's going to tail away to his right at the end, but he would knock it in for par as well. Tap, bend over, next hole. Carson Artley of Escanaba is in your living room screen next with a putt from the far side of the green. Certainly enough close to make it a par 4 for that hole. We go to the next group. Sevi Svensson of Marquette. Whoops, skipped one there, excuse me. That one curls up nicely. And we're going to jump to, I am out of order. I hate when that happens, but we'll pick it up. That might have been Owen Giroux of Gladstone there. Easton Aho is right there of Marquette. He would get the par. Now we're over to Sevi Svensson of Marquette. The tree not a problem here on the 2nd shot, and that one has birdie possibilities. Not bad at all. Kingsford's Owen Olkinen picked this bunker shot cleanly, and the ball rolls pretty darn close to the pin. He would tap that one in for par. Back to Svensson, and he gets the birdie putt, so a 3 in his scorecard. And we'll let you know how these results came out tonight on your WZMQ news, late news at 11. The Tigers, I'm losing track of how many losses they have lately. I think it's about 13 to 15. An afternoon game against the Guardians this afternoon. Casey Mize pitching and Travis Bazana is hitting. Oh, but nice sliding catch by Matt Vierling to keep the game scoreless. Probably pretty casual catch there. Next in the top of the 3rd, it is Daniel Schneemann with a fly ball to right field. That is going to be good for an RBI double, and the Guardians will take a 1-0 lead. The next batter is Jose Ramirez. He lines 1-2 left for a base hit. That brings in Schneemann, and the Guardians have a 2-0 advantage. They add to that in the 8th inning. Patrick Bailey putting one deep to right center field, and that one is over the wall for a home run. The Guardians with a 3-0 lead. And then Detroit finally gets on the scoreboard. Dylan Dingler with the solo home run. However, that would be all the Tigers' offense. Guardians win this one to get the sweep by the score of 3-1. Going to one more story here, Abby Rock, you might remember her, the Sault Ste. Marie High School graduate from Michigan, was a major force in the Professional Women's Hockey League Championship this week. She scored here in the second period against the Ottawa Charge for a 1-0 lead. Then in the third period, shorthanded, she's just nasty on this move. Bing, bing, bing. Puts it home. It was her fourth goal of the series. Rock also scored the overtime game winner back in game one several days ago. The Montreal Victoire win the Walker Cup by the score of 4-0 and the series 3-0. And now I understand our weather is doing a little bit better in terms of letting you watch it. So here it is.
Yeah, we are talking about another seasonal day here. Temperature sitting at 57 degrees. That was our high temp today here in the Marquette. 64 again is our average. But we are going to be seeing again another warm up as we head into this weekend and especially into next week. 61 here in the Marquette. Iron Mountain, 54 down towards Escanaba. We got 46 out into Munis. What a surprise. We have another frost advisory in effect for much of the Upper Peninsula for tonight and into tomorrow morning. This is going to be, again, another frosty night as skies clear out. We are going to expect more frost developing, especially inland away from the Lake Superior shoreline. And you see we're pretty quiet on the satellite and radar picture, not a whole lot going on. And that's pretty much the way tomorrow is going to look. A mix of clouds and sunshine, with temperatures bouncing up a couple more degrees. But there you see our frost potential by tomorrow morning, very isolated, not as widespread as it was yesterday and this morning. So a little more spotty in nature, but there's still going to be frost out there. So make sure if you have those plants that's sensitive to frost formation, you cover them up or bring them inside tonight before you go to bed. So we are quiet on First Warning Weather Futurecast through the nighttime hours tonight. Few high-level clouds surge on in. Friday, mainly dry. We are going to see a few showers scooting on through as we head into the later part of Friday into Saturday. Probably the better chance for rain over the holiday weekend will be later Saturday into Sunday. And you see future winds here. We'll start shifting the winds more out of the south, and that are going to start going up as well. So if you've been missing the 70 degrees, there's actually a couple 70s in the 7-day, and there's actually, again, very good signs that temperatures will remain well above average as we head into the next 6 to 10 days. So, yeah. Fast approaching. Here it is, 62 tomorrow, also for Saturday. A few showers mainly on Saturday. Sunday looks better. Memorial Day looking nice. Lots of sunshine. Mid-70s by Tuesday. Then we're back into the 60s by Thursday.
Dakota, thank you, sir. Good to see you. And we'll be right back with one more story after this.
Anything that's wrong with America can be fixed by what's right in America. We are defined more by our shared values and our differences, and we're having a conversation about how.
Beauty, confidence, relaxation. Are you ready? At LJ Aesthetic Studio in Manistee, we create a welcoming, inclusive space built around high-quality care, modern techniques, and results that still look like you. You deserve this. LJ Aesthetic Studio. Be your best you.
Chips or cracks, we got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Cracked windshield, chipped glass? Don't wait. Call Brian's Auto Glass in Nagani. We specialize in expert windshield replacement, chip and crack repairs, and safety system calibrations to keep your vehicle road ready. Can't come to us? No problem. We'll come to you with our mobile service. Fast, professional, local. Brian's Auto Glass, where clear vision starts.
It's rivers and mesas and wide open spaces. It's horses and cattle and back in the saddle.
All right, let's move out.
It's a face full of rain and dust on the trail. It's men named Dillon, Cartwright, McCain, and Hale.
That's the way we mean for it to stay.
Weekday Westerns.
Weekdays beginning at 1 p.m. on MeTV 19.1.
What's bothering Archie.
Politics.
What the Supreme Court says ain't got nothing to do with the law.
Draw cat. Goldfish. Come on now, I draw the line on goldfish.
All in the Family, Sundays from 8 to 10 on WZMQ Me TV.
Welcome back, everyone. Our final story tonight. A new resource in Escanaba is making communication and play more accessible. The city's Public Works Department has installed communication boards at Royce Park, the Harbor Hideout Playground, and Rose Park. Children with speech barriers can point at the words and the pictures on the boards to express their needs, wants, and emotions. A local mom brought the idea to the city, and she says efforts like this make a big difference for families like hers.
We've seen the struggles and the emotions and the roller coasters that come with not being able to communicate with your peers or adults. To have a tool so readily accessible almost brings me to tears because that just means there's more opportunities for him to make friends. I'm so grateful.
Our Escanaba Bureau reporter Lily Simmons will have more on this story tonight at 11:10 Central. That's when we'll next see everyone. Have a good one.
Good to be with you. I'm Tony DeCopo. The breaking news right now. NASCAR champion